Hello and welcome to this video on Introduction to Data Science. My name is Tanmay Pradhan and I am excited to be your speaker and guide for this session. We see a huge growth and demand in data science. Let us explore what is data science and we'll look at the journey of getting ready for the data science job roles. In this section, we'll be looking into the following, like what is data science and advice for all the new data science students, what is the current market trend that is going in the IT sector, what is data science and why is data science exponentially growing, why should you choose data science as your professional career, what should you know to get started in learning data science, a roadmap for you for the guidance of data science, and tools and technology to learn data science. What are the job roles that are available in the data science domain? We'll be also looking at the each job roles and its important. And overall, we'll have a recap of all of this content above. And at last, we'll be looking at certain projects to do before your preparation of an interview. So let's get started. What is data science? So, the data science is a process of extracting knowledge and insights from the data through the use of statistical and computational method that is known as data science. It covers a broad range of activities, including data preparation and cleansing, data visualization, statistical modeling, machine learning, and much more. These methods, which I have mentioned above, are employed by a data scientist to identify patterns, trends in data, and generate predictions and assist in decision making. They may operate with a range of data formats such as unstructured data or structured data. A varieties of tools and algorithms are combined in data science. In its most basic form, it is extracting valuable information or insights from an organized or an unorganized data structure using business, programming, and analysis skills. This is a field with many different components, which includes arithmetic, statistics, computer science, etc. Data scientists are those who excel in their respective discipline and have a thorough understanding of the industry they wish to work on. Although not simple, it is not possible either. The most important is data, and data must come from visualization, programming, formalization, building, and deployment. Future advertisements for data scientists will be quite popular. Now, let's give some advices for you if you are new to data science field. So, let's focus on three things before you start learning data science. The first one is curiosity. If you're not curious about this domain, you would not know what to do with data and how to handle data, because when you're applying the practical applications in the real world examples, you would not able to know how to deal with data, how to clean the data, and how to transform the data. So curiosity is the main and the priority you need to give before you start learning about data science. The second one is judgmental. Is it because if you do not have preconceived notion about the things, you wouldn't know where to begin with? You need to have you need to have a certain roadmap or certain guidelines for where you have to learn and how you have to learn data science. And the last one is argumentative. It is because if you can argument and if you can plead a case, at least you can start somewhere and then you can learn from data and then can modify your assumptions. By starting from scratch, at least giving a node to your journey can help you achieve a lot. Learn the tools of trade such as Python or SQL. But before that, the main foundation of data science is start by gaining a solid understanding of basics of programming, statistics, and linear algebra. Then comes the Python language, as I mentioned, Python, R, and SQL. Familiarize yourself with the most popular libraries and frameworks like NumPy, Pandas, and Scikit-learn because these are used to transform your data, clean your data, and predict your data. Learn the basics of machine learning and familiarize yourself with the most popular algorithm such as decision tree, linear regression, logistic regression, and much more. Try to read research paper as much as you can and stay up to date with the latest development in field. After learning data science, what is data science and how to build and play with data, build a portfolio of projects that showcase your skills and experience. Network with other data scientists and professionals in that field. Be curious and don't be afraid to ask questions. Finally, don't be discouraged if you encounter challenges or roadblock along the way. Learning to become a data scientist or any job role related to data science is a journey and it takes time, effort, and dedication to succeed. Now, next up is why is data science exponentially growing? There are many sources that predict exponential data growth towards 2020 and beyond, yet they are all in broad agreement that the size of digital universe will double every 2 years, at least a 50-fold growth from 2010 to 2020. Human and machine generated data is experiencing an overall of 10 into faster growth rate than traditional business data, and machine data is increasing even rapidly at 50 times the growth rate. If you look at this chart, there are many sources that predict exponential data growth towards 2020 and beyond. The acquisition and analysis of data and its subsequent transformation into actionable insight is a complex workflow that extends beyond data center to the edge and also into the cloud. So these utilization of edge devices in computation and analysis, centralized storage and analysis, and deep learning methodologies which accelerate data processing at scale requires a new technological approach. These exploding volume and speed of data have introduced several challenges such as system management and growing cluster complexity. The more you have data, the more maintenance and organized way you have to keep your data. Data center power, cooling, and floor space limitation. These will cause you a infrastructure cost and also high maintenance to it. Storage, data movement, and management complexity, lack of support for heterogeneous environment and accelerators, significant shortage of skills to integrate and manage the big data ecosystem. So these are the finest problems you will be facing when the speed of the data will be if they're continuously growing in a very rapid rate. So why should you choose data science as your professional career? It's in demand. Data science is greatly in demand. Prospective job seekers have numerous opportunities. It is a fast growing job on LinkedIn and is predicted to create 11.5 million jobs by 2026. This makes data science a highly employable job sector. Abundance of positions. There are few people who have the required skill set to become the data scientist. This makes data science less saturated as compared with other IT sectors. Therefore, data science is very vastly abundant field and has a lot of opportunities. The field of data science is high in demand but low in supply of data scientists. So this is where you can become an edge data scientist and crack the job roles of data scientist. Next comes a highly paid career. A data scientist can make an average of 116,100 per year. This makes data science a highly lucrative career option. Next comes data science makes products smarter. Data science involves the usage of machine learning, which is itself is a very smart choice to automate your product or make it even smarter. For example, recommendation systems by e-commerce websites provide personalized insights to user based on their historical purchases. This has enabled computer to understand human behavior and make data-driven decisions. Now let's go on and look at the roadmap to data science. Now, for the roadmap of data science, you need to have a domain knowledge, you need to have a math skills, you need to have a good grip on computer science, and you also need to look at communication skills. So, the first one is where you learn Python programming language fundamentals. So, you need to learn either Python or R. It's based on you because there are majority of people learning Python and there are majority of people learning R. So you can choose any one of those. But I prefer learning R R has because R have we have to write less code than Python. Then next comes statistics and mathematics essential. This is where you have to learn linear algebra, statistics, discrete mathematics, calculus, and pre-calculus. The foundation of math is really important because when you try to create your own algorithm, that is where statistics, probability, linear algebra, and calculus come into play. And then you have to learn about data wrangling and visualization, where you need to learn pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn, and scipy libraries, and also get familiar with Jupyter Notebook environment. And then you have to learn SQL programming language because this is where you have to manipulate the data, store your data, modify your data, and then move on to machine learning. In the machine learning you have to learn about scikit-learn because with the help of scikit-learn you create machine learning algorithms, use their pre-installed libraries or user defined libraries using scikit-learn. The next comes deep learning. Deep learning is actually being implemented using Keras. So to learn deep learning, you have to learn Keras. NLP concepts and technology. NLP stands for natural language processing, which is used to create voice recognition, speech recognitions, and much more. So this is an application of AI. Then you have to learn how to deploy your machine learning through Streamlit, Flask, Docker, AWS, Azure, or GCP. You can learn any one of the domain and you're good to go to deploy your machine learning model. And then you have portfolio. Portfolio is where you have to create a lot of projects, not a lot of projects, but a very good project which can create an impact in the society or in the dev community. And at last, before you actually get into placement, you have to get interview preparation, and a good job applications. You have to summarize or revise all of the previous uh, domain knowledge, math skills, and computer science before you crack a placement because the theory is also important as well as practicals. So this was the roadmap. You can take a screenshot or the image will be provided to you. This data science roadmap is really helpful for you to crack data science placements. Now next comes what are the job roles in data science domain? Now you have learned about what is data science and now you're ready to apply. So what are the available jobs in data science domain? The first one comes data statistician. The average pay in India is around 5 lakhs per annum. A statistician collects, analysis, and understand the quality and quantity data by using statistical theory and method. So the skills required for these for this job role is database system. Either learn SQL or NoSQL, distributed computing, data editing, and data cleaning. This is where you learn about how to edit data, how to compute your overall data. Analysis tool such as MATLAB or R. So I would suggest you to learn R for this. And the software which you might be needed is SAS or SPSS. So next one is business analyst. The average pay for the business analyst in India is around 6 lakhs per annum. A business analyst is a proficient in the skills of linking data insights to actionable business insights and can use storytelling techniques to spread message about across the entire organization. For this, the skills required is SQL, MS Office, storytelling, conscious listening, and Power BI. So next one is data engineer. The average pay of data engineer is around 8 lakhs per annum. A data engineer focuses on development, deployment, management, and optimization of data pipelines and infrastructure to transform and transfer data to data scientists for querying. Data engineer handle all the big data which is coming from the client side to the server side and give and organize data to data scientist. So there is a hierarchy where all this data engineer, data administrator, data architect, data statistician, and business analyst come into play and create an hierarchy where at the last data scientists get their structured, very structured data so they can predict and give an accurate results to make a very smarter project. So the next one is data administrator. Data administrator average pay in India is around 6 to 7 lakhs per annum. Data administrator have to ensure that the database is accessible to every stakeholder in the organization. So the skills required in data for the data administrator are ERP, data modeling and data design. They have to know programming languages such as Java, HTML and database management such as Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, NoSQL or Oracle 11G. You need to also have knowledge about operating systems such as Windows, Linux. And next is data architect. The average pay of data architect is around 10 to 12 lakhs per annum. The data architect are charged with the responsibility of designing, creating, and deploying an organization data architecture. So they design overall data architecture of the data, where it should be stored and how it should be stored. They have to design a blueprint for data management framework to integrate, centralize, and maintain data sources. So the skill required for this is RDMS, which is Relational Database Management System. You need to have a good foundation in these Python in these languages such as Python, Java, C++. You need to know the technologies such as Hadoop, where it is used to extract your data, transform the data, or load the data in a form of GUI. You need to learn about data modeling software such as Impala, OZ, Mahout, and Flume. I would suggest you to use either Impala or Flume because these are very easy and user friendly. So the next one is data scientist. Data scientist average pay is around 8 lakhs to 10 lakhs per annum. A data scientist works involve understanding an organization goal and determine how data can be used to achieve those goals. A data scientist also designs predictive models which often incorporate machine learning and deep learning protocols for the purpose of prediction and cleaning of data and also data analysis. So the skills required for data scientist is R or Python, having a good mathematical foundation in statisticals and linear algebra and also pre-calculus calculus. You need to have a good storytelling skill and data visualization tools such as Hadoop. You need to have a good DBMS skill, which is SQL, and also you have to learn about machine learning, such as scikit-learn and its algorithms. So this was about the different niche of job roles in data science. So let us now look at the projects we need to do before an interview. So a recap of all these events, all the contents which we have seen is where the roadmap of data science, where we have looked at how do you study, the advice for the new student. They need to have curiosity, they need to be judgmental and argumentative, what they need to have a soft skills, which I have precisely mentioned, saying storytelling and consciousness listening, which is very important for you in data science job roles, because the way you communicate is actually important, because you are the only person where you can predict the data, where you can know what is happening in the data structure, in this data architecture. So this is where data science job role comes into play, and the most important skill is how you communicate well. So this list is the project you need to do before an interview. So you have data science project on detecting forest fire. So if you need any data sets for you to predict all of these models or making any models, you can use Kaggle or Amazon AWS datasets, which are free to use and which are very free to download. So we have this 10 top 10 projects you can do before an interview and is also much impactful. But make sure if you're making any projects, you need to add any extra feature to it. For example, let's say recommendation system for films. The novel project of recommendation system for films can be, making a likes counter or dislikes counter, taking the data set and creating a recommendation system based on their emotions. So creating such emotion cards where they click on how sad are they feeling or how happy are they feeling. So based on their emotions, you can recommend a films to them. This is an idea which you can really use it. Fake news detection using Python. You can implement this fake news detection in Python. You can also implement it in Twitter, Instagram, or maybe also in the LinkedIn. So you can create an extension or an API. It's up to you. So I would suggest you to create an API for it. Let's say the fifth one is where project of speech recognition through the emotion. So looking at the emotion, you can also create a quote generator where you can write quotes or captions based on your emotions. How happy are you, or how sad are you, how frustrated are you? And the sixth project where project on gender detection and age prediction. So on this project where you can create an open CV project where seeing your face, it can recognize your gender as well as it can predict your age by seeing each and every face feature and predicting your age. You can also develop a chatbot for different aspects where you can create a business chat model, or also you can create an API calling chatbot where it can be distributed among everyone. Anyone can use it. So detection of credit card fraud. Detection of credit card fraud can be used as a form of extension in Google or extension in any other browsers. So this was my idea for the projects, or even adding an extra feature. Even you can add your extra features, or even giving an enhancement, or making it more accurate, and make your portfolio much bigger and impactful. So this was all about the introduction to data science, how to get a job, and what is the roadmap of learning and what is the available data science job roles and its payment. So I wish you all the best for the new students who are actually willing to learn about the data science and the people who are actually switching their career in data science. I wish you all the best and thank you.